Hi, I'm Lisa, and I'm the second speaker for privatization of public services and utilities. So to begin, it's undeniable that privatization is more efficient in terms of wealth creation. According to the US federal government, private healthcare revenue generated 714.5 billion US dollars in 2018. It's a similar picture when we look at the revenue generated by privatized utilities in the UK. Electricity, gas, and water generated over £5.2 billion in 2019. But it's not only these countries who are reaping the benefits of privatization. Other countries, such as Brazil, generated £4.6 billion worth of revenue from electricity in 2018, while Dubai generated just below £1 billion British pounds worth in 2019 from private education. So it is true, a business's main goal is to generate profit. But what is so wrong with that? Have we never heard the saying, money makes the world go round? Well, this is true. This is true for for-profit businesses. They need to generate money in order to survive. But in doing so, they have accelerated globalization, they've created jobs, they've incentivized improvements in all areas, including education, healthcare, and the development of green technologies. Following consumer demand, they are even progressing to a more responsible and sustainable way of operating. For this reason, privatized companies are also more efficient at achieving customer satisfaction, since they have the capabilities to adapt quickly to the ever-changing demands of customers when compared to nationalized services. This leads me to my next point. Privatization of public services and utilities is not doom and gloom. Privatization has many benefits. For instance, the sale of state enterprises raises revenue for the country. Like Daniel mentioned, Thatcher privatized industries and generated £60 billion worth for the country. Privatization will also increase consumer choice. In healthcare, this means patients will be able to choose where and how they are treated, which seems to be increasingly important for patients as there's been an increase by 2.6% from public to private healthcare in the UK. Finally, and perhaps most crucially, privatization is necessary since nationalized services just cannot cope. Just look at the COVID-19 pandemic, which has resulted in over 22,000 people worldwide dying. Boris himself has even stated that the NHS is overwhelmed, just like Italy and Spain, who are also relying on a nationalized health system. It is clear that the NHS is in shambles. The NHS has failed with its mission to provide free healthcare for all. It's even turning people away and prioritizing treatment based on chances of survival. How is that fair? And how do they make those choices? We need to understand that the NHS was set up to cope with a different society, and that no one could foresee how this service would become inadequate and overwhelmed due to the exponential growth in population size and the aging community. We need a fresh start, one which is set up to cope with the new population demands. Even now, privatization is helping the NHS through the pandemic by providing resources and staff to eradicate the problem and save as many lives as possible. So to the opposition I ask, why so passionately against privatization and believe it is so bad when now it is being used to fix the shortcomings of the NHS? Surely if privatization didn't exist, the NHS would be in further distress and more people would be dying. Privatization is a clear way forward because it's willing to improve. So he highlighted some mistakes that privatization has made, but despite these mistakes, it is able to adapt, and if it can't, is accountable and has to close. While I'm not here to invalidate the moral argument that everyone deserves healthcare, we are here to provide a solution alongside privatization. We believe privatization of public services and utilities will be better for everyone, not just shareholders, but also the general population if we implement a hybrid type of privatization, one with heavy government interference in terms of rules and regulations. In this system, privatized entities will be able to earn unlimited profit, but there will be a limit to how much shareholders can earn in take-home cash. Corporations will also have to pay the correct taxes. There will be no loopholes in the law to aid tax evasion. This will provide the government with safety funding for the most vulnerable, for example, unemployment benefits. There will also be legislation in place to ensure that a percentage of profit is reinvested in technology and medicine to make privatized companies responsible and accountable, and will further aid the improvements that benefit people and ecology. Moreover, they all have to ensure that a percentage of profits are spent on pro bono or discount rate treatment and education to ensure equal opportunities for those most at risk and those most deserving. This hybrid system will work and benefit all. We just need the government to take more authority, be uncorruptible, and be transparent with the population so that they don't oppose the change and readily accept